Hello everybody, Austin here, and I'm going to be showing you how to set up the iRacing Free Fly Dash drone camera to improve your camera needs. I'm trying to think of a good word, but to improve your content here on iRacing. This is my version of a drone camera and how we set up a drone camera for iRacing. Now, let's get over here into iRacing and take a look at our camera. So we're just going to reset everything and get it back to normal. So I'm in pit lane 2. Camera pit lane 2 is our main camera that we're going to be using for this because it's already kind of set to a normal FOV that you don't have to really worry about any warping or anything weird happening. It's kind of what you see is what you get. No real zooming or anything. We do have a manual focus, and we'll just turn that off for right now. And so we are here in camera pit lane 2. And we're going to go to config, and we're going to go calibrate. Now, what we're going to use to calibrate is our controller. If you do not have a wired controller, they're very cheap to go buy. It doesn't have to be an official controller. You can buy an off-brand controller. Anything that will connect and calibrate with a computer will work. So we're just going to be moving our joysticks around using the full range of motion. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. And done. And we're going to be increasing and setting all these stuff. So lateral increase, moving to the left. We're moving really fast right now, but I'll show you how to fix that very soon. Decrease is moving to the right. Longitudinal increase forward, and this is where your preference of where you're going to be moving is all up to you. If you fly a regular drone, it's going to be all your settings. You can configure this however you want. Heck, you make pulling it backwards, move forwards if you really want to, and you're a psychopath like that. But hey, it's all up to open configurations. Decrease is moving. Oh, great, I forgot. There we go. sometimes you'll forget what you've done, but just a little movement of the sticks and you'll realize what you have done right there. I'm actually going to move that to the right stick because I'm finding the right stick more fun. Use that. Altitude increase is moving up and moving down. Y'all is rotating and moving right. Pitch and increase and decrease is the tilt. So it is moving the camera down, and actually going to set that to a trigger, and decreases moving it back up. So down and up and down and up and down and up. As key step factor, this is the speed that the camera and all your inputs are going to go. If you want to increase it, I'm having that move up. If you want to decrease it, I'm having that move down. Now, you can't set the key step factors to a trigger. I wish you could, but after a little bit of banging rocks together, I couldn't get it to work. But this is the basis on how to set up the drone camera settings. And if you want to, I'll move my camera down so y'all can see where all these factors are. Key step factor increase and decrease, that's your speed. Lat increase and decrease, that's just moving on this plane. Longitudinal increase, that's just moving forward and backwards. Altitude, that is very self-explanatory. You're moving up and down. Yaw is rotation. Pitch is the tilting of it. So you'll be looking down or looking up. We do have roll increase and decrease, and that is, well, tilting on this plane. You can apply those, but those are going to be, you're going to be very strapped for work right here. But we have our bases set up. So let's exit the camera wizard and go on for a fly in the pit lane here. As let's slow down the key step factor and just have a very nice slow-mo shot and a very nice flight here at VIR, and just see some very nice cars. And you can get some very good shots with this. Also, you can see that clipping right there. You just hop into your camera tool and hit the near plane bias, and then just close that as low as possible. Go back on, and now you are here, and you can get really close to a few cars. We're going to be looking at my car right now, so let's lower the key step factor and just get some nice slow-mo shots. So if you're a painter or you're a content creator and you just want some nice shots of your car, and just go very slow motion on them, just a tilting rotation. So a little trick that I figured out. You have to have your car in the session, or else you're going to be relying on other cars in the session. They might crash out or something. In a race session, always select the pace car. The pace car will never despawn, but in a race session, somebody might despawn and just leave you without your thing. That will really glitch out. So if you're in a broadcast, always select the pace car. But if you're just recording yourself, just always select your car, and you just get some nice slow-mo shots or just close-up shots of, you know, your car, the rims, the wheels, the windows. Heck, let's actually go and look at let's increase the key step factor, because we're not going for a shot right now. We're just increasing the speed, and now we're just, oh, too much. And now we're just slowing it down. So say if you're looking for a nice slow-mo shot. As you can see, people are despawning for the race around me, and we're not going to be worrying about that. We're just holding a nice right angle, and this is kind of the Forza shot, as I would call it. So if you know Forza Motorsports or Gran Turismo stuff, they would have shots of the car parked in one spot. This would either be on a driving lap or something, and they would just have shots of your car. And, you know, if you're a Twitch streamer and you want to be right back stream, you could just have just multiple angles of your car, reset the camera into different spots, speed it up, you know, because we don't have all day. Rotate around, say hi to the pit crew, sup pit crew. Slow it back down, and then go for another shot right there. Nice slow pulling away shot. And that is that. But if you want to go for a full drone shot, let's go and follow a few cars out there right now as we really up the speed right here. And you can see the speed and following of the... Oh, it takes a little bit of time to get used to, as this guy's trying to get used to the brakes. But we're here at VIR in these Toyota GR86s. As you can see, just tilt it up just a little bit. So let's move it down, speed it back up to catch back up to the pack. Heading into the corner, speed it back down. Got to be very smooth with the controls. It's a very big learning curve. As you'll definitely get a little bit of this. It's very clunky at times, but this is the way that I currently have done it. So it's very clunky. You're going to be messing around and just learning how to do it. I have a demo video of this drone camera with a touring car race with just AI, and that seems to be doing really good. So here at VR, it's a beautiful track, and let's actually get low. As you know, if you're doing track photography or track videos for Track Guide, this is definitely something that you want. Slow it all down through the S's. Have cars going up through the S's. It's a very nice tool for creators to use, showing off the track, its features. And as you can see, I'm just using one hand right now. It's so easy to use. Just with the controller, you have everything all set up right there. As you just need to find that comfort level with the controller. It takes a little bit of time to learn. As you see earlier, that I was already just accidentally moving a few bits and pieces right there. But all you just need to do is set it up with the controller. Thank you, car just flying by. And if you just want to do straight shots, you could do that. Or if you want to try to follow cars around the track, you could do that as well. So I would say that you would have to be pretty dang skilled to go and try that, because you're going to have to be moving up with the key step factor to follow cars. But when you find that comfortable level, it will be a very rejoiceful look. As let's try to follow this guy up the hills at VIR and not whip into the ground. But just going a little bit faster than him right now. And when he hits the brakes, we are going to be hitting the brakes of the camera as well. There we go. Slow down the camera just a bit. You can go a different speed to the car if you want, and just get a very easier shot if you want to. But this is the iRacing drone camera, as I'm calling it, because you are actually flying it like a drone. And you get some really cool... Oh, I messed it up. Get some really cool shots like we were right there. But you can also easily mess it up, as I hit tilt, and I kept my key step factor up, and that really threw me out of there. Let's try to see if I can catch him up, as So if you do mess with the key step factor a lot, all your inputs are going to be even more sensitive. So the faster you go, the more cautious you will have to be on your stick. As you see, I'm just barely moving it right now. And because that's the key step factor moving very quickly. But if I slow it down, I can put it on full lock and be going very slowly, as key step factor at the very lowest will be slowing down the camera. So I hope this explains a little bit and shows how the iRacing free fly drone camera solution, or innovate, how the iRacing drone camera, free fly camera, whatever you want to call it, works and how to set it up. You just need a controller. Go into the camera files, the camera tool, hit the config on the right. So camera tools, open that. Pit lane 2, that's just my go-to. It could be any one that you want, but pit lane 2, since it's a static camera, it won't change with the car. So if you're in a TV camera, it's going to be moving all the way following the car that you're watching, and that can get very glitchy and very weird. So of all the cameras to use, I would be using pit lane 2. You could have it with if you're just looking at your car, you could have it on a rear chase camera, and it will always stay looking at your car. So if you want just some nice shots just orbiting around a car high, you can do that. But if you want a more free flight camera, definitely go with the pit lane 2, and you get those very unique shots. But the orbiting camera with the chase, it's always going to be looking at your car, and those are nice if you want to show off your paint scheme, your team paints, or just a nice screensaver for your computer or your Twitch waiting screens, or just a nice ending screen right there, as we're going to be setting up a ending screen right here very soon. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope this all helped you out with setting up the iRacing drone camera or dash free fly camera. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm always active in the forums and happy to help set up these things and find solutions with everybody, because improving the content in this game creatively and broadcast quality is always a great way to improve the simulation and entertainment aspect of all this. So thank you all for watching. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a good night.